Yeah, bitch! Magnets! Oh!
So today we're going to cover this 60 card pile, absolutely outrageous deck. Magnet Warriors, Adamancipators. Adamancipators actually seeing a little bit of but more competitive play now. Seem to be coming back into fashion a little bit. So I'd just like to showcase them in this deck, Magnet Warriors. I've divided the deck up into 3 or 4 sections. In the top section you see we've got the Magnet Warrior section. We're playing 3 of the old standards, and then 1 Valkyrion, because he doesn't really come up too often except with the effect of Delta. 3 Berserker, because he's searchable off Alpha, and we use him for fusion, and he's got a good effect to popping a card. And so then you've got 3 Delta, 3 Alpha, 3 Beta, and 3 Gamma. You can chop and change these. The magnets are very easy to chop and change. I just play them in the deck because they able to get searches off your Adamancipators, and Gamma's really good off a draw because if you've got 1 in hand you can summon it onto field. Then we've got a Prank Kids package. This is mainly seen in the Adamancipator thing. It works really well on this as well, obviously, because Prank Kids are really consistent, really easy to get out. And then if you can get it off a search of one of your Adamancipators and get Roxy's out, you can go into your link plays, which you have down in the extra exit I'll cover in a minute, which is really good because then you get a dropsies and you go into a do, which is really good. And then we have the Adamancipator package, 3 Analyzer, 3 Researcher, and 3 Seeker. Just really, really good search cards. If you have nothing in your hand and you haven't got anything to start with, so you don't have your special summons, so you don't initially start with Researcher and a Rock, you can just normal summon them really good. The 5 Searchers really good. Self-explanatory to play 3 of each because they're just so good in the Rock deck. And then we've got the Rock extenders. So we've got Guardian, activates good effect. It's also searchable off Supplier, which is really good because if you go into your Prank Kids plays, you go Roxy's into your Link 1, Meow Mew, and then Supplier's effect like trigger in hand, and you can summon it, and you'll end up on literally off that with a a Prank Kids Roxy's, and a Supplier on the field straight away. And then if you've got an Adamancipator Researcher in hand, you can summon it and you go into plays like that. Or if you've got with 2 level 4s having Supplier and Roxy's, we can go into a Granite Loyalist or a Gallant Granite, which is really, really good. This is actually probably my favourite card in the deck because it makes the deck so much more consistent, because we're playing lots of level 4s, with 3 Magnet Warriors being level 4s, Roxy's level 4s, the Analyzer's level 4, and then the 2 Quaking Monsters, really good. And then we're playing 2 Doki Doki. I was thinking 3, but I mean it's a 60 card deck and we need space somewhere. And this card's just another extender, really good. And then we got into the hand trap package. We're playing Lancia, just really good against all the top current meta decks. Ash Blossom, really good. Line the Storm for going second. Same with Feather Duster. I'm seeing lots of back row decks pop up. Playing 1 Poly. This comes up for literally Imperium, and it's literally in here for Predaplant search, which is good. 1 Upstart, just so we can get the extra draw. 3 Signs, just because this is literally Monster Reborn for Rock Monsters. Really, really good, really enjoyable card. Reborn to get more plays, more extenders. Magnetic Field, really good card because it's literally also a Reborn if we control level 4 Earth Monster. We can bring out another Delta, we can bring out a Magnet Warrior, we can go into more plays, and then we play 1 Solemn Strike. I just feel like it's just a consistent card to play. We go into the extra deck, we play Imperium Magnum, the Superconductive Battlebot. Just an enjoyable card to get out. The payoff of the card's just great. 4000 beat stick. You can negate an activation of a spell or trap, and then if it gets destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can summon Valk and Berserkion. Just nice card to get out. It comes up quite often actually, because obviously we're getting Berserkion quite a lot off the Alpha search. And also if we get 1 of them, because Delta's second effect, we can summon Valkyrion, and we're always pretty much going to have Berserkion in hand, so he comes up more often than not. You won't see him, you see him a few times, nice. Borrelsword, just a nice nice synchro package. Then I've seen, when I see Adamancipator decks, we don't always play Ryzen, and I generally don't understand why. He's so good against decks that are just back row heavy, especially in this deck specifically, just because we play with 60 cards, and we're talking maybe 30 cards of Rock Monsters, and off the search of this we could just put in 5 of their cards if we get lucky, straight back into the hand. It's really good. And then we play the other 2, Raptite, Leonite, obviously the first one Dragite. We play these 2, just Raptite's the one that we go into most often because he gets a search of any. Leonite I go into a few times to try and draw signs so I can extend the ball further. Nature Beast, really good, just negation. It's literally if we end up on the 2 monsters, like if Researcher's effect gets negated and we've already got like an alpha or beta on field, we can go into this. Gallon Granite, really good, because if we've got 2 level 4 monsters on field, we've got no Adamancipators on the field, we can literally detach a material and get Researchers straight out onto the field. We can go into place from there, and you're then guaranteed 2 Excavation searches, because you get Researcher's Excavation. If you don't get anything off that, you can straight into Synchro into a Raptite, and you can go into that. Soul Silver Mountain, this is for the Magnet package. 2 level 3s, if it destroys a card by battle, you can special summon Nerf Monster, and so this goes really well into main phase 2 if you haven't extended the board fully. Bistwella, because we're playing the level 4 package. Underworld Goddess, because we're getting a lot of cards out on field. It's very combo heavy. We're able to generate a lot of materials onto field. We're able to use this a lot. Appaloosa, this is also the same situation, because we go into link plays. We've already got a link to on field. We can go into it, get a link 4 out really easily, and it prevents Nibiru, because Liberia's the main concern for this deck, because it's a combo heavy deck. Then we've got a Prank Kids package, 1 of each, really easy extension for the Prank Kids. Halki Fibrax, just because we can get the extra tuner out. He's not too important, he doesn't often come up, but if we need the extra tuner, he's good. And then Anaconda, literally to poly if we've got Valk and Berserkion. The side deck, you can do it as you please at the minute. I'm currently just rocking a load of hand traps and then a couple of go in seconds, because go in second we can change the deck a little bit. And then we're playing an extra Prank Kids package, because off the do search we can search for Pandemonium. We can go into Rocket Ride with the 2 Prank Kids monster, and then 2 Torrential Tribute. So this is a deck that's 60 cards. Obviously it's a pile. Shuffling this deck with double sleeves would be very interesting. But honestly, the consistency of the deck is pretty good. Not often that you brick, because of having this many cards, you're going to get something off. The magnets are the ones that will probably brick you the most, but they're just nice to have. It's nostalgia, really. I like to have them in there just to see what people's reactions are to playing, to getting Imperium out, which is really cool. I'll show you some gameplay with some meta decks. I think we've got a Virtual War deck we go against, but the deck is consistent. It's really good. It's really enjoyable. But tell me what you think if you make any changes. I'm not sure what else I could include. There's a rank 3 play you can go into, because sometimes you banish off the Roxys, you banish them from hand, and there's a rank 3 where you can special summon a banished monster. I haven't included it, but I think that it could work. But yeah, let me know what you think, and enjoy the gameplay. Alright, here we are moving over into the gameplay. First duel here. Sped the duels up a little bit. Obviously we're playing combat deck. So our turns take a bit longer than they would normally, say with our UA control deck, which no one plays. What we play. But yeah, we'll just show you what we've got here. So we've got Analyzer, Seeker and Researcher all in hand currently. So that's 15 excavations, just other monsters we have in hand, and then we're probably going to go into a Raptite. So we're talking about a minimum of 20 searches from our opening hand of getting monsters onto the board. So we go into the Raptite now. It's key here, because you don't want to put your Raptite, your Synchros into the extra deck slots, which I do later on, and have to sort out with a Raptite into Dragite play, because you want to get the Prank Kids link into those extra deck slots. I've already focused on it there, but getting Meow Meow into those extra deck slots is so key. Honestly, a couple of times I did this off video and I got Raptite into the extra deck slot, and I was thinking, oh, I messed it so bad I can't get Meow Meow out now. But yeah, you see we go into the Prank Kids package. This shows the different packages that we play. So we've got the Adamancipator package on the board now, the Prank Kids package on the board. got magnets on board because we've got Valkyrion and Berserkion in hand, which is key for getting Imperium out. And Imperium is just really funny to summon. This helps having Delta in the deck with magnets, because if you've got 3 in graveyard and Delta gets sent, you can get a Valkyrion out, which makes a big difference in the consistency of Magnet Warriors. With Magnet Warriors, I think if you make him the deck a little bit more consistent, you can probably cut all of them down to 2. You could even actually also probably argue that you could take out Gamma, Beta, and Alpha, the original Magnet Warriors, and just play Valk, because Delta's now literally able to get it out without having the cards, which is kind of funny, but I just like to play them for the nostalgia and the rank 4, so we go to rank 4 plays. But you see here we're getting Imperium out, and the card's crazy, even negate, and if it gets destroyed we're able to get both Berserkion and Valkyrion back out onto the field. But in a board like this, you're very rarely going to see it ever get taken out, and it's such a beat stick. It's got 4,000 base, which is crazy. Should play limited removal. Could imagine 8,000 Imperium coming out here. So we see Lost Will come down, we obviously negate that, and then we've still got 4 negates on board. So obviously we negate over Raptor. Misk flies down, we negate Misk, because have you read Misk? Yeah, so see what the guy does from this. So activates Misk, probably going for Archosaur. We say no to Archosaur. We don't want that pop. Dinos, the choke points on Dinos are literally the normal summon of Ovi. Then you've got Archosaur and Misk. If you've got Conductor in hand, you can sort of bait it out. But because we're going to go into Secure Garden or Link Revo, because we need to get that extra into the graveyard. We see it takes out Appaloosa, which is probably the wise choice. But from this board now, we've just got such a big presence. Raptor, I activate Raptor here because I don't want Misk in graveyard. Not because I don't think we're going to finish job on this turn, because this deck really does well in OTK and opponents. It's crazy, but I just fancied taking it out just in case. But yeah, this game, and yeah, just a crazy consistency this deck has. Okay, so not like the first game, we don't have that much. We've got Roxy's and Supplier, which is alright because you can get Supplier out from the effects of it. So we're going to still going to be able to go into the Link 1 plays and the Prank Kids package. And we've got the Supplier Extender package happening. We've got Signs in hand as well, which is really good because it allows us to get something else out into the field. But I think this is going to show you the versatility of Gallant here. And how good the card is, because we don't have much on the board, we don't have much in hand, but adding this one rock monster, I think this is why Researcher is so expensive now. I think it's sitting 30 to 40 quid, because you can do this off Gallant Granite. You can excavate 5 and you can get it out onto the field, and we managed to pull out a Gamma, which we can then special summon the Alpha. So the idea that you can just immediately go from Gallant into Researcher, excavate 5, the combo and the consistency of that, and all you needed for that was 2 rank 4s, which is crazy. And now we're getting into be able to get Raptite out as well. The plays here are just going to be ridiculous because the consistency. Once you get that first bit of board and you're able to get maybe 2 Adamancipators out, and you've executed 10, you're able to see 10, and in the 60 card deck list, that's pretty key. You see we're getting Silver Mountain here, which is really good, underrated card. Obviously that also is a going second card. It's really good because rank 3 plays with the Magnet Warrior is quite hard. There's some rank 3s that are good. There's a Steel Soldier as well, which is the upgrade from Giant Soldier of Stone, which is really good, but also going second. But this one I think is probably the best rank 3 to go into. But yeah, this is just showing you how versatile the deck can be. We didn't have the best opening hand, but we were able to get a board of some sort. We've not got many negates on the board. In fact, we don't have any negates. But we were able to build a board, and obviously we're playing Virtual World, which the guy did not have the best hand, but I'll let you show you. So it's going to be 2 rounds. It's going to be a ranked match on Nexus, but the guy just bricked, and I'll show you what happens in this game when we're going to game 2 as well. I just want to talk about this, guys. Obviously, the virtual world, I was expecting to see calamities, but the choice of card that this guy chooses to negate was Silver Mountain, and I honestly have no idea why he chose Silver Mountain, because he left us with Granite and Raptite, so we could excavate off Raptite, but also we could get Researcher off Granite. And to me, it just didn't make sense. I don't know if he just wasn't reading the cards, but it just seemed like such an error on his part. Because if he disrupted one of those cards, it'd been much better. Or if he negated the effects of Silver Mountain and then attacked over Raptite or Granite, it would just been much easier than, because we're going into the next turn now, and we're going to be able to get the Excavation and the Researcher. So it pretty much allows us. We've already got board presence, so it just makes it so much easier for us to go into Moordings. And so easily now we've already got a level 8 play because of Raptite and Researcher, or we can go in. But also because we're playing virtual, I actually thought about this. I was going to go and not use Raptite's search, but then I was thinking, oh, since it's virtual world, if we don't get done this turn, we'll go into an Abyss Dweller because of that set back row. And then I was like, oh, we can excavate now. I don't know if we get Analyzer off that, which is really good, because then we've got a total of 2 excavations still here, because we're going to go into Dragite, which is the best one. I love Dragite. The back row, hey, is great, because we've just returned everything that he set up. It's pretty much game over from there. We try and extend a little bit anyway, because we're going to activate Analyzer just to flex on a little bit. We get the Doki Doki, which is a good card as well. That's another extender. We don't actually need it right now. I did think of going into an Appaloosa. Then I was thinking, oh, I don't really want to. There's no point in me going into it. I'd look at what else I could go into, and I was thinking, do I? Don't I? And then I just end up going not to, because I've realised I've got enough on board and I don't need to flex anymore. But yeah, I think it was a misplay on this guy's part, negating an effect and not destroying one of either Raptite. It just didn't make sense to me, but I thought it was funny and had to point it out. Okay, so we're in game 2 now of this ranked match, and I just did not understand this guy's deck. Obviously it's virtual world. I'm not used to seeing virtual world bricks so hard. Like the ball is usually so consistent. Obviously we didn't particularly do well, but we've got Roxy's and Supplier play, which is just it gives us a combo pretty much easy. But yeah, I was just so surprised about this virtual world player not able to generate anything, any sort of ball presence. I didn't see a True King. We didn't really have that much to stop with True King of all calamities. Well, either way, if we can build a board, we can stop it. With virtual, we would usually like to go first, and we usually get it out onto the field straight away, and then we're pretty much done. And then it's just luck of a draw from there. But yeah, this guy just Ash Blossom pass, and I was thinking, what is this? Like, and we had Roxy's and Supplier in hand. I was thinking, yeah, we've got this. See the Silver Mountain here. I was actually thinking I could go into main phase 2 here as well, and get something off the Silver Mountain, which is really cute, which I thought really funny. Because obviously the special summon effect from the graveyard, which just gives more board presence, and if we actually thought he was going to survive this turn, but this deck's so powerful that OTK, and this guy was never going to survive this turn. But yeah, just thought it was funny, this virtual world player not being able to do anything either turn and just having nothing to go off. I just want to again how consistent the deck is. The magnets they bring their own little thing to the party with Valken Berserkion, but also Delta's really good because he's rank 4, so he's slightly better than the retrains of Magnet Warriors because of the rank 4 plays you can go into with Granite. But he's so good because of if you have 3 in graveyard you can summon Valk, which is just great because then we can get Empyrean on the board. But yeah, everything here like it just shows you that the deck can whatever hand, as long as you've got like an Adamancipator and another monster. So the main idea is to have Researcher. If you've got Researcher and Roxy's, you've pretty much gone full combo because you're bound to excavate something. If you don't excavate off a Researcher, you can go into Raptide, excavate again. But yeah, it was literally probably the first time I probably played Adamancipators, and I've got to say the deck is just so enjoyable. I was looking at it back in obviously with Block Dragon. I was thinking that everyone was talking about the deck, and that I saw Block Dragon was popping up, and I can see why the Block Dragon was banned because a red card is so powerful. But I'd love to see what the deck was like with it and see what it was full power. But now the deck is seeing more with Prank Kids. Actually, Prank Kids have allowed the deck to get a lot more consistency. It was consistent enough with the obviously with the searches like this one, I don't often go to Leonai, but I felt like I could get draw the signs, which is always a bit risky because you're using 2 monsters up for that, because obviously Leonai it just adds to hand, so if you don't draw the signs and you've used your searches, so you don't get researcher, it kind of makes it a little bit difficult, but we're going to end on Borrow Sword and Appaloosa again, which is just crazy negate. So we've got a rat type set up for next turn, we've got a supplier, we've got a Guardian in my hand, so we can go into next turn. I can't remember what deck this guy was playing. I think he might have been playing Infinitrax, which is a little bit annoying actually, because I usually come up against them and I see them go into some crazy boards because we're very consistent as well. But being able to stop literally on the normal summon just pretty much ended the guy's board. He's going to attack over Appaloosa, as I think I would. Oh no, it doesn't even attack over Appaloosa. I played this guy as well. People seem to make a mistake. I don't know why, but I don't know why he wouldn't attack over Appaloosa there, because that's been negates. But what I did see a lot of playing this deck, and when I was trying to get the clips for this video, is the amount of people that surrender against combo decks is kind of crazy. Obviously, because you just sort of flex on the people that you play, but because you try and get as much combo as you can. But the people do surrender if they know they're beat. But he pulled out to get rid of Dragite, but it was pretty much game from here on in. But yeah, I saw a lot more people surrender than I thought I was going to see. But I suppose that shows how good the deck was, and how much search you can actually get from this, which is crazy. I don't think I've searched a deck this much. I don't been able to have so much consistency in a deck, especially for 60 cards, because I was worried that 60 cards was too many, but I was trying to think of a package to get Magnet Warriors to actually work, and this literally, it was the brainchild of the 60 cards. But yeah, I was really impressed with the deck. I really enjoyed it. It's the deck that I'm going to probably carry on playing the most. Let's see there, easy, quick. When we go into game 2, get the same guy. We didn't draw anything except a Seeker, which means we're getting the level 4 here, which is like, oh, it's good, but this is what I'm saying, that you can go straight into Raptite. I actually summoned Raptite here, and notice this, I summoned Raptite into the wrong zone, because I really want Roxy's and go into the Prank Kids place. But I was thinking, oh, I looked there and was thinking I've not done the best idea there. But we carry on going to Analyzer. Then we can go into Supplier, add a Guardian to our hand. And go into Granite, and we'll get Researcher off Granite. Which is, that's my favourite bit about this, is Granite into Researcher, because I just think that's so cool, that interaction of going from 2 rank 4s into a Researcher, into a Search. I just think that's really funny. I enjoyed that a lot. And then you see I make Raptite here because I can't get my Prank Kids package to work because I've used the zone, and so then I go into the Prank Kids package now because I've been able to move Raptite, and I meant Dragite, go to Dragite, move Raptite out of the way, and I'm able to go into the full package. But yeah, the deck is really good. Appaloosa always comes up. The key to not getting the period, I didn't actually get the period hardly any times, maybe once or twice when I was playing the deck just off video. But it's fallen out of fashion, so I think combat decks can come back a little bit, which is enjoyable because they're so fun to use. So there it is, the Adamancipator Magnet Warrior deck. A crazy consistent deck. Love just so many good combos with this deck. Really enjoyable deck. Leave a comment down below if you'd change anything with the deck, or you can think of any improvements to the deck. I mean, 60 cards is kind of crazy. But it's the only way I can seem to get the Magnet Warriors and Adamancipators to work, especially with the extenders and Prank Kids package. But yeah, give a deck a try and let me know what you think of it.